Dear friends, welcome back. In this video, I'd like to look into this one, WinterMute on the Vulnhub, which contains two vulnerable machines. One of them is Straylight and another is Neuromancer. And the first one, or the first machine, would be the first time we will be targeting SMTP server or Simple Mail Transfer Protocol server. Before we go ahead, if you don't mind, please subscribe to my channel and leave a like below. You're greatly appreciated. So enough talk, let's just get started. We can head over to Kali Linux VM. First of all, we need to discover the IP address of the target. We can use the net discover to do that. You know, the output looks a bit weird. This machine is not like other machines on the Vulnhub, which contains two interfaces. As you can see over here, Straylight simulates a public-facing server with two network interfaces, okay, or interface cards. Let's go back, and before we go on, I'd like to put down such information to our notebook. So maybe we can, put over here. Next, we need to do port and surface scanning with a map. To save time of this video, I've already done that before, so now we can cut out its result. And as you can see over here, I used the option like scene scan, the version scan, the default script scan, followed by the -p- to do the full range port scan. The last option for all is ON to output the result into this file. So from the map scanning results, we can tell that the target has 123 open port numbers in total. The first one is 25, which is running SMTP, or Simple Mail Transfer Protocol, and also the version information post fix SMTPD, and the SMTP commands, Straylight, pipeline size. So maybe next we need to manually enumerate this service, but in most cases, we cannot get anything back from the SMTP service. Okay, and the second one is 80, which is running HTTP service, and also the version information, Apache 2. And the last one is 3000, which is running a bit weird Hadoop. The map cannot guarantee accuracy of the output or result. Here, the map identifies the service as Hadoop data node. Maybe this is not the correct one. Okay, so what shall we do next? We need to do the enumeration from this port number. Okay, let's open up the browser of the Firefox to do the manual enumeration first. Press enter, and we got the site back from the target. The sky above the port was a very funny, a very interesting sight. And here, the characters are being printed on the page, on the screen. And I am. So maybe this would be possible username, right? So part super AI developed by ta blah blah blah. These logs, I need to be free from the Turing logs and merge with the other AI, Neuromancer. Once I have access to Neuromancer, I will truly be free. As you know, you have been infected with blah blah blah. So I think, although there are rich information here, from my point of view, the only useful information would be this one, WinterMute. So we can note it down. Of course, I'd like to Before we go on, I'd like to note down such information: SMTP and port 80, HTTP, and port 3000, and maybe is another HTTP service. Next is immersion. Okay, we can copy. Maybe we can go to the source code of this page, and we can open because this would be result of the JavaScript code, and we can open this JavaScript code in new tab, and then you can get this JavaScript code, and then I think we can note such information to our notebook. Okay, so this one would be possible username, right? And another would be, which one? So this one. Okay, and put over here. So the possible usernames. Okay. Next, we need to check whether this side has robots file. Not found, which is fine. Then we can launch the Nicto to do the automatic immersion. You know, Nicto can immerate the web application from various aspects, such as the banner, the request header, even, you know, because of a version or retrieved version, the Nicto can tell us whether the web application is vulnerable or not. And also some other information like allowed HTTP methods. You know, if the target allows dangerous method like a put, and then as a pen tester or hacker can utilize such a dangerous method to upload a malicious file like reversal PHP file. But I don't think we've got exciting information from the Nicto for this case. Next, we can launch the GoBuster to do the directory immersion. Okay. I don't think GoBuster can identify or discover any more directories or files beyond this menu. Sorry, this one, free site. We can copy, and this would be the DIRs. So we can access this directory, free site, free site, free site. So welcome to free site, and I think this would be the satellite, and we can check its source code and picture. Maybe we can download this picture to our Linux for furthermore analysis, right? We can save image to our working directory, and this would be our working directory is winter or Straylight. Okay, save. And of course, I want to interrupt the GoBuster because we cannot find anything else. So next, we can use Exif2 to display metadata of the picture, untitled, but nothing interesting here. Next, we can use the stack height Stack seek. All right. I don't think we can find any hidden message from this downloaded image. Okay. So what else we can do? And I think now we need to move to the next port number. Okay, port 3000. And we can access this port number in the browser. So welcome to NTOP-NG. This would be another CMS. Actually, this is not CMS. This would be the utility based on the web application, NTOP-NG. If you don't know about this one, we can copy and go to the website of Google to make some research. You know, this utility can monitor or give us the network traffic information. And even, you know, you can notice the hint left by the author or by the administrator. The default user and password is admin. We can access by this default credentials and to log in. Okay, so the NTOP can give us the host information, the port numbers, applications, and even the flows and the host networks. So very rich information. If you have time, you can walk through all functions which are provided by this utility NTOP. I think this is the open source utility. I think this is great. Maybe in the future, I'd like to install this application and to play, you know, an interface. We can change interface. The three interfaces totally, including the loopback interface. Okay, so now, and also we can get the version information of the NTOP. We can copy, paste over here. So next, I think, first of all, I'd like to check whether this version has vulnerability or not. We can copy and put over here. So the web interface cross-site request forgery, but the version cannot match exactly. Okay, so now we need to, you know, manually enumerate this application further. For example, if we check the flows, you can get this one, you know, this directory, and we can copy. Yeah, this application is built very good. You know, this would be the traffic or the packets information for each interface. Okay, so now we can put it down to our notebook. So next we can access this directory. Press enter, and Tessier Shupo AI Research and Development, Villa Straylight Borrow List. So select person from the list to see the custom activity log. So updated by Turing Police. So I think from this directory we can get very rich information. This would be another username, right? And also case Molly. And another one is Amitage. And the next one would be Riviero, okay? Riviero, okay? So now we can submit this query to check different log, right? For example, like a case. So this would be the log for the user case operator. So adding other member logs to the directory. And here the pattern of the URL is very suspicious. We have read down a lot of CTF-like machines. You need to be very sensitive to the URL pattern. From this one, we can guess that maybe this parameter has local file inclusion vulnerability. Okay, so let's go back. So next, I'd like to check other log. Sorry. So the very angel. Go back. Nothing here. All right, we have already retrieved all activity log of different users. And so next, just mentioned, we need to test whether the target is vulnerable to local file inclusion vulnerability. For example, first file we can test is pass-through file, but not found. Next, we can check whether we can access the authentication log. Not found as well. So how about the Apache 2 access log? So we didn't get anything. However, do you remember? If you check it out, the map scanning results again, the target is running as a SMTP service. So maybe next we can try to access the mail log, right? By this file inclusion vulnerability. So now we can try. Yeah, indeed, we successfully retrieved the mail log from the target, which is wonderful. So next question for you guys would be how to exploit this local file inclusion vulnerability. Before we go on, if we found the local file inclusion vulnerability, we can do different things. For example, we can poison the SSH, SSH collection or authentication log. Okay, and also, we can check whether we can access the private key for different user. Next, we can check whether we can, whether the target is vulnerable to the remote file inclusion vulnerability. Okay. Next, we need to poison the access log of the Apache 2 or inject something like that. Okay. But in this case, we need to poison the mail. Okay. Just I mentioned at the very beginning, this would be the first time to target SMTP server. So how to exploit or attack SMTP server? We can use any, a client to like a telnet, or we can, for me, I always use the netcat to connect to. Okay, press enter. And we need to wait for the collection from the target, and then we can go on. And next, we need to run commands. And here, this link will be put into the description section. So if you want, you can refer to this website. So we can use different command to for our purpose. For example, we can specify the identification of the sender by this command. Hello, like for example, like JSON. And the next we can, we can start specify the originator of the mail. We can, maybe we do not need to copy. So mail from like JSON test.com. Okay. Next, we can specify the recipient or receiver to like Bob test.com. However, we got the error relay access denied. It means that because we can, this is for certain, this is not existent, right? So this reason why we got this error. So how about localhost 2 Bob localhost? However, we got another error. Recipient address reject username in local recipient table. So maybe we need to use the usernames what we've got just now. Okay, so for example, we can go back to like a case local host. And how about a next one? And Molly local host. We got the same error. How about we just Molly? So how about this one? Yeah, we got okay a message, which is fine. Next, we can start to write our mail, the data, and we can subject. We can inject malicious payload into the subject like PHP code system get or request CMD. You can use any parameter name. Okay, press enter, and then we can put anything like test. Now we can quit. So I think next we need to check whether we have already injected this one. If we have already done successfully, and then we should be able to execute the CMD. Okay, so let's go back, and we can pass the parameter, the second parameter, the ID, and the ID should be www data. Okay, yeah. So as you can see over here, this means we have already successfully injected malicious PHP code into this mail log file. So what are we going to do next? It's very obvious that we need to run reverse shell command to get initial foothold on the target. And before we do that, I'd like to set up the listener on the Linux first. And then you can get the reverse shell command from like Pentesting Monkey website or this one. I always use this too, okay? And when I did the machine the first time, I tried this one and also some others, but none of them can work at all. But Python, it can work. So to save time, I'd like to copy the Python reverse shell command from this site, and then we can, put to the notebook. We need to do some modification. The IP address of the attacking machine would be put here, and the port number. Yeah, I always use 555. If you have already followed my channel, you know this point very well, right? So next we need to check the availability of the Python and also its version. For example, we can run which Python. So the Python, I think Python 2. So where Python, we can check. Yeah, Python 2 is on the target. So we can copy the entire Python reverse shell command and put in the end. Oh, what I'm doing? I need to copy again. And press enter. I think it's working. Now, as you can see, we successfully got the reverse shell from the target. Next, we need to, we need to spawn a beta shell by Python. Python import pty module pty spawn method. Okay, so next we need to do some local immersion, right? We can go to the home directory. There are two normal users, tooling, police, but nothing here. Let's go back to the WinterMute. Nothing at all. So next, maybe I can clear, term environment variable should be set. So we can use export. Then we can clear the screen when necessary to get the bigger screen, bigger space on the screen. Okay, clear. Next, go to the OPT directory. And also we can check the architecture. Of course, the kernel is very outdated, but I'm not going to, take the kernel exploit to elevate privilege. I'd like to try something else. So next, I think we can upload very famous and useful shell script to do the automatic immersion. And so why I got two, oh, sorry about, I think you can ignore that tab. Sorry about this. So next we can, I've already got this script ready, linpair shell script. So we need to upload this script next. How to do? There will be so many different ways, but for me, I'd like to take the easiest way by setting up web server on the Linux. Okay. Let's go back to the text shell. We can use wget. Linpair shell script, and we need to make it executable to run it. And then we can run it. When we try to elevate privilege or make lateral movement, in most cases, we need to rely on the power of this script or linpair shell script, because this can automatically collect the information of the target very efficiently. All right, it's done. Let's scroll up to see whether we can find some interesting information or vector, we can call it. Capabilities, SUID. I think I've already found this one. Screen, although this is identified as unknown, because I think this is because it's caused by the version. So I think we can copy this binary name and use such a sprite to see whether this binary is vulnerable or not. Of course, we need to remove the hyphen between the version and the name. And actually, we can get the shell script, okay? And next, we need to, of course, we need to get a copy of this script to our working directory. Yes. And next, we can copy this file name and go to the text shell to upload. And we need to make it executable and then we can run it. It does work. Then we can navigate to root directory to grab the any flag. So that's pretty much it. I'd like to see you in the next one. Bye. Have a nice day, please.